Budgeting is not a dirty word. I've got some great top budgeting hacks that I want to share with you. Before I do so, I'm Kerry Ann Simpson, local mortgage broker here down in Caloundra. Okay, so let's look at some budgeting hacks that we can do. First one I'd like to talk to you about is I'm going to go off my blog post here. And by the way, there will be a link below for the blog post. There's some really good detailed hacks in here. I got up to 12 good ones, and I'm just going to explain a few of them to you at the moment, which is a great first one I want to talk about. Use the 50-30-20 rule. I don't know if you heard about this one before, but it's really good. There are a lot of automated budgeting apps today, and they will give you a pie. I'm not saying meat pie, I'm talking about a pie, a graph pie. Okay, now in the graph pie it'll go over the three main rules that we should follow. So 50% of our budgeting or our expenses really should be our needs, and 30% should be our wants, and 20% should be our savings. So 100% of all our income to do with all our expenses should fit into these three categories. So let me talk about the 50% in needs. That's your rent, your utilities, your groceries, your things that you can't do without. Okay, so and then your wants would be dining out, entertainment, cigarettes, alcohol, all those other things. And also, like, your 20% should be in your savings, like your investments, your emergency fund, and debt repayments. So that should come into your 20%. So there are some excellent apps out there. I do have a list of them on the blog post with the links to them. So the three top ones is Good Budget app. The other one is Mint, and Google Sheets. If you go onto Google Sheets, there's heaps of templates. Some are free. You can make up your own if you want, if you're really savvy and love doing that sort of thing. Or you can just choose a template on Google Sheets. Some of them are free and some you have to pay for, but they're really cheap. Okay, so a lot of those will do a lot of automation for you. The other thing that is really good to do is to set up automations. Now, when you're setting up automations, what I like to do with mine is, like, I set up all my automated savings, anything, all my direct debit bills. But also what I do is I add them to a calendar so that I will get a reminder 1 or 2 days before exactly what's coming out, because sometimes we do forget things. So I'll set them up onto my Google Calendar, so I'll get a reminder on my phone just to make sure that you've got the money in the bank, because what happens is if it goes over and then you've got to pay all these fees back to the bank in because your money hasn't been in the account. So, I'm always juggling. So I always like to have reminders of exactly when things are going out, not just also setting up the direct debits. But it's not just setting up the direct debits for main bills, but if you owe someone some money or you need to transfer money into one account or whatever on a particular days, I set all that up in my calendar. So another really good one is embrace meal prepping. Okay, so that, like, know what you're going to do during the week. And with meal prepping, we don't have to be boring. We can do lots of really, really good snack ideas or whatever. And make sure we take some food with us, because a lot of that can save us a lot of money. Because me particularly, I like to buy coffee when I'm out and about. But these days I might only buy 1 or 2 coffees because I've invested in a coffee machine so that I don't have to go out and buy coffee all the time anymore. And I had to save myself a lot of money. And it's amazing how quickly it does add up. So, and also I can just take one with me, and then I've only got to buy one when I'm out, because I do go out for quite a lot, for many hours sometimes. The other thing is definitely review your subscriptions. Sometimes we have a lot of subscriptions or memberships and we forget about them, about cancelling them or reviewing them or whatever. It's the beginning of the year, great time to do it. Shop smarter. with Shopping Smarter, I don't know if other people do this, but I always don't. I wait until the afternoon, particularly like a Sunday afternoon. If you go to the shops on a Sunday afternoon, there's so much stuff marked down in clearance, and then I will prep around whatever I can get on the clearance. So there's some really good stuff that you could do there with Shopping Smarter. And sometimes buying bulk is not always the cheapest either. You always find that you can, if you're a single person like myself and you're only buying from one person, I find that bulk buying doesn't work for me. But I will find heaps of stuff that I can buy for one person, or I can mix and match and then free stuff or whatever. It is great. Declutter and sell. You want to save up some money, or you want to pay out some bills quick? You might have a small bill, and then, it's an extra $400 and that bill will be gone, and then you'll be able to budget. But have a look around the house. Many times you'll find things around the house that you haven't used. If you haven't used it for 2 or 3 years, sell it. Don't throw it out. Put it onto Marketplace or something first. See if you get some bites. If not, then donate it. Because your trash is definitely someone else's treasure. Refinancing loans. Well, I have to talk about this, don't I? So when we're refinancing loans, you've got to understand sometimes refinancing does not work for us at all times. So we can look at consolidating all your debt into one debt. But if you're going to do that, make sure your payments are still the same so that you're paying it down much quicker, because you might have a personal loan at 5 years, and then you're going to do a debt consolidation and pay out that loan, and then end up that money goes over onto the mortgage at 25 years or something. It might be a smaller payment, but over the long time you might be paying more in interest. So always make sure that payment you're paying there, just transfer that exact payment over there, and then you will pay it down a lot quicker by doing that as well. You can look at all your I was talking to some people the other day, and they had a personal loan at 20%. And why are you doing that? It's crazy, and so I got them a personal loan at 8.99%. And I'm like, why would you pay the extra? So it doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, refinancing your loans, have a good look at them. Have a look at the interest rates you're paying. Why are you with them? Is it because you're loyal to the bank? The bank's not loyal to you. So, you need to become loyal to yourself, committed to yourself. Committed to your own bills and what you could do, and take power back. So there's a lot of other things you could do. Definitely have a look at the budgeting tools and apps, because you'll probably find that the bank that you're with now probably already has an incredibly really good budgeting tool or app that's just automates everything for you anyway with all your spending. So get to know it. And there's some really good tips. Anyway, you want to find out about all the rest of them, there's heaps more in there. So they're just a few that I've covered. But anyway, have a read of the blog post, because it's really worthwhile. And if you haven't subscribed, just send a message, and have a weekly update every week on different things, on budgeting, savings, loans, offset accounts, whatever. Everything to do with finance anyway. All right. See you later. I hope you found the information useful. If so, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And I just want to let you know that we have a free giveaway, a free book, and subscribe to it now. So the link is below. It's the 7 steps to mortgage freedom and wealth through property. Inside here, you will find out how to get the cheapest home loan, why you should really care about your home loan, why people will end up broke, and also we have some bonus chapters at the back here as well. It's a great read. It's an easy read as well. So make sure you get your copy and share it with friends. See ya.